Hey everyone, how's it going? Devin Jensen here. Just wanted to give you a quick little market update. And no, it is not a rodeo on my face. I'm just growing a Corona stash or quarantine beard during this time. Amy thinks I look homeless, but hey, when I go outside, I wear a mask, so no one really knows. Let's jump into the stats right away. So much has changed in our market in the last couple of weeks from the coronavirus and Gavin Newsom's stay-at-home order. It's really changed the practice of real estate. So I have a lot of clients reaching out to me asking, hey, is the market crashing? Has it already crashed? Can I buy a property at 30% off? What's going on, So that's why I wanted to give you this update. Obviously, no one thinks that the coronavirus is going to help the real estate market. So it's just really figuring out how it's going to affect it and how long. First off, no, prices have not dropped this year. They're actually still up. They're up 4% from January to February, which is a good amount. And that's across the whole MLS. You can see here, we started with the average sales price at around 742,000, and now we're up, and that was in January, and now we're all the way up to 772,000 in March. I think these stats are a little bit skewed because we really didn't see the effects of the coronavirus until mid-March. So anyone who is already in escrow or pending most likely closed, or if they fell out of escrow or decided not to purchase the property, you're not going to see a price decrease. It's really just less people purchasing a property. Let's go into pending sales right here. This is where you can see where the coronavirus actually hurt the real estate market. So in February, we were at 18,000 pending listings across the whole MLS. And then in March, we dropped all the way down to around 13,000 pending listings. So this is a huge drop. And normally in March, and it's very consistent across every single year, you're about 22,000, 23, 24,000 listings. So we're a little bit less than half of how many listings should be pending right now. I think this shows that buyers are waiting to see what happens with the market. Personally, I've noticed a couple of my clients have just put their search on hold, either because they're planning to buy with stocks or they just want to see what's happening with the market. So I think real estate has felt that effect of less demand. But also with that, there's also less supply right now. You're going to see a lot of articles coming out right now saying home sales down, and they're really going to make you feel like the market's crashing. What they're referring to is the amount of sales, but they're making it look like they're talking about the price. So just watch out for that when you're looking at articles. So let's go over to active listings to show you that there's less supply. Right now we're at about, 46,000 active listings on the market across the entire MLS. Earlier in the year, at the beginning of the year, we were at 49, so it's not a huge decrease. But if you compare it to past or previous years, March of last year, we were at 70,000 listings. That's almost half, and then a year before that, we were at 79,000 listings. So the reason why the market was so strong at the beginning of the year was because there's so little supply with high demand, creating a very competitive market for buyers, and it's very difficult to find a property with multiple offers earlier in the year. Now we are entering into a market with a low supply and low demand, and both the buyers and sellers are sitting on the sideline because there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. People don't know what's going to happen, and obviously there's lots of information out there, and people are predicting market crashing. Some people are saying it's going to stall, so no one can give 100% what's going to happen. But if you are a buyer, I do think it's a good time to negotiate a deal with a seller that needs to sell. There's always going to be a percentage of people out there that need to sell. They want to liquidate their property. They're tired of the headache, and they're willing to take a price reduction in order to get rid of their problem. For example, if they were quarantined this whole time and they're getting a divorce and they're sick of being together, they might be willing to take that reduction, and you find a good deal and you'll help them with their situation. I know there's not going to be many houses to pick from, but I could definitely help you find one. If you're a seller and need to sell, I'd make your house as easy as possible to show. Preferably vacant. That way people don't have to worry about catching your germs, and you don't have to worry about someone bringing germs back to your house, being stressed out. You're living in that situation. Easier to schedule during this time because there's not going to be open houses, so you can't have a lot of people go through the property. You have to schedule individual times and just make your life a lot simpler. Another thing that I do for all my clients is do a 3D tour. This way, if they're working from home, they could be in their pajamas, whatever they're doing, and they could get a feel of how the property lays out, see everything, maybe zoom in on certain areas, see if the bedrooms fit the right size, and really see if they want to spend the time to schedule to go look at the property. As always, feel free to reach out to me and we could discuss your personal situation and the best strategies that I think would work for you. And if you would like more information to narrow in on your neighborhood, either city or your type of property, I could send that to you. and we could discuss how that affects your property. Please stay healthy. Please stay safe. See you on the next update. I think April is going to be crazy. We're going to really be able to determine where the market's going. Peace.